Welcome to the EQ Video Tip. I'm your host, Eric Forsyther. As always, thanks for joining for another terrific edition of the EQ Video Tip. Before we jump in, let's review the goals of EQ Video Tip. What's on tap for this week? We have a great show from Tamara Miles, and she's going to talk to us about ways to harness your productivity. And let's face it, we all want to be productive, but the question is there toxic productivity where we think we'll just keep working, and are we actually becoming productive? The research tells us, believe it or not, that you can only be productive for about 45 to 90 minutes at a time before your true productivity shrinks down. So how do we protect our productivity and become more productive on a day-to-day basis and work smarter, not necessarily harder? Tamara's going to go in and give us a few tips on how to make ourselves more productive and harness our true productivity. Tip number 1, make your work meaningful. And Tamara talks to us about the 3 C's: contribution, challenge, and of course, community. The first C, contribution. What does my work do and what does it make meaningful to my team, my company, maybe to other people in the world? Think about how you can contribute to the team. The second task is challenge. How challenging is my work? Is it really easy? Does it help me grow my mindset? Does it make me want to really think harder every day and make me work harder every day? The more challenging the work, typically, the more you're inspired by what's going on. And then, of course, community. How can I help the greater community? What is my work doing that's going to make me feel established in my community, that I have a social connection not only with my coworkers, but the world around me? Find ways to make your work meaningful, and it will increase your productivity. Tip number 2, set and most importantly, protect your power hour. We all have different types of the day that we feel the most energetic, we can get the most done. Some people it's first thing in the morning, other people it's right after lunch, some people it's late at night. Whatever that time is, you need to protect that power hour and make sure that you're focused completely on the task at hand. That means setting Slack, your emails, your voicemail, your phone, everything to silence, do not disturb, so you can protect that power hour, get the most out of that work, and schedule it on your calendar so that every day it's protected and you are acting in the most productive manner that is possible for you, and ensuring that you're not being interrupted by some kind of mindless distraction that takes away from your power hour. Tip number 3, quit multitasking. Instead, multi-channel things. What do we mean by that? Well, multitasking has been known to actually slow down your work. So if you're trying to check email while at the same time trying to complete a big report, you're not going to get things done. It's not going to help you out. But what you can do, according to research by Nir Eyal, you actually can do something called multi-channeling. What does that mean? Maybe if you want to read a book or listen to an audiobook, go for a walk while listening to the book. That allows you to harness the power and navigate the limitations of your brain, which can't focus on multiple tasks at the same time, like watching TV and writing a big report together. So instead of multitasking, focus on multi-channeling, on things that you can combine together, which will allow your brain to focus more. The more concentration a task has at hand, the less room your brain has for anything else in terms of multitasking. So make sure that you pair multi-channeling with something that is an automatic task that you can do. Our last tip, build an open space, because we need to have open space in our days. A lot of people say, well, the best time I'm thinking is in the shower. Why? Because your brain is set to autopilot. It's not thinking about everything else that's going on. This means give yourself 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes every day where you're not focused on work or the task at hand. Give your mind a chance to clear itself. Make sure you take a break for lunch. Make sure you take a break in general for a snack or to get up and move around. In doing so, you're opening up space within your mind and your body so that you have a way to engage with problems in a different manner and then ultimately think of innovative ideas to help you become more productive. That's a wrap for this week's EQ tip. Hopefully you enjoyed the tip. Of course, take a look at the different items that are within this tip, customize them, make them yours, and hopefully become more productive in your everyday. So that concludes our EQ video tip for today. Try incorporating some of these tips into your daily routine. But remember, use what works best for you and personalize it for yourself. Thank you always to our great research team for providing us with some great tips today. As always on EQ Video Tip, we want to end with gratitude. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Here are some resources that you can use if you want more information on EQ going forward. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you.